Alright, so here is your forearm pronation. We have the radius spinning kind of medially on the humerus, and then the radius posterior gliding on the ulna, which is that one. And then we're also getting an anterior kind of medial roll, if we look at the whole motion of the radius on the ulna. Now, how you can see this is, I'm going to pause it in supination. So, in supinated position, or the starting position, we're going to look, or kind of focus on the lateral and medial lip. The radial head starts kind of closer to the lateral lip in a supinated or resting position, in your start position, which is anatomical position, right? And so from supination to pronation, we're going from the lateral radial notch to the medial radial notch of the ulna. Okay, so I'm going to hit play, so hopefully you can see it. So I don't know if you can see the radius kind of moving away from that lateral lip, or that lateral aspect. Here, I'll keep playing it. And I'll go from this angle. Okay, again, we're looking at the radius moving on the ulna. You can see how that space here is a little bit bigger from the starting position. So start, that space is closed, and then we move away from that position into pronation. All right, so that's our our anterior roll, which ends up being more medial. From another perspective, if you're trying to imagine this without like looking at it on a skeleton, I always say imagine a bowl, a ball rolling on a surface. So I'm gonna pull up an ulna by itself. All right, because it's the radius moving on the ulna, so the ulna is gonna be the floor, right? All right, so the radius sits right there, right? And we're gonna pretend that the radius is just this big old basketball, right? And I roll it this way to produce forearm pronation, right? If I rolled it that way, or did what that radius was doing, it's going to go in this direction. But again, from starting anatomical position, we do have to go anterior before we can even end up medial. So if we're talking like the first, couple millimeters of the action, it's an anterior roll. But what's more important is that you double check yourself with the rules, right? So we said that there's a posterior glide and an anterior roll, right? And we know that the radius moving on the ulna, so I'll go back to our so we said that our radius, which is going to be your convex surface on your concave surface, right? Well, we always said that vex, this is horrible, on cave is opposite. So I double check myself with the rule, and that's consistent with the rule, so I'm happy.